Oh man, get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready, motherfuckers.
Yeah. You want to guess what that ABV was? It wasn't 4%.
Well, here. So let's talk. Don't.
Yeah. This is good content.
Let's discuss
Fucking
some
Christ.
of this already. Oh boy. CC Nowhere. Thank you so much. God bless you. Now.
Oh, is it up? Are we in?
It is. It is.
Oh,
It is indeed. Now. Hello. It is I, your internet friend, Jeffrey K. Horcrims. I am. And however it came to be, you've fallen ass backwards. Into Twitch's Brews Show. Acquisitions Incorporated. No, we're fucking doing it. Obviously, I am joined as almost always by Eric J. Benson, Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster. But also he has a panoply of novel nomenclature to describe him. We're talking about Edge Benson. We're talking about the notorious EJB. We're talking about Azerbaijan. In addition to this august body, we are also blessed thoroughly by the inclusion of our royal taster.
Hey,
Mike.
Wow, the light is shining down from this.
like right on me.
Yeah, this is.
Look at that.
This is compelling content.
The Morning Lord is just beaming.
Yeah, he's coming down. Lathander. Now, of course, we adhere very, very strictly to the monomyth here on the program. There's a narrative that begins and ends. There is a soul-nourishing arc that we're all going to be a part of today. Typically, It starts with tapping a collection or a brew that we've made previously. Now, do we have any fermenters left? We have equipment this time?
Go. We're putting
Okay, good deal.
This shroud, so let me go drop that puppy in.
All right, yeah, and then while that is engaging in its labors, we can do a tasting. Now,
What am I drinking today, Jerry? I've got a little Growlito.
you do have a Growlito. Now, so it was out there?
Yeah.
It was out there on the porch? So, so it's called Hazy Recollection. We did a couple brews based on spells there for a little bit. We had kind of a memory spell vibe. Now, my suspicion. Oh, what an incredible performance from the notorious EJB. I see some flaked ass oats in this mix. So, Microholic, my suspicion. I never know 100%, right?
Yeah.
But my suspicion is that you won't like it for a very specific reason. So we were able to. I'll wait for the notorious one to return.
Okay, because it smells good. I was like, maybe I like this one.
No, I don't disagree. It does smell.
It's one of the best smellers you've had.
Well, yeah. Oh dear Lord! And the reason it's such a good smeller is because you know how like there's hops in beer.
I love Hobson. He's one of my favorite rappers.
Exactly. I don't know if you've ever heard the ill mind of Hobson 8, but there's actually some incredible tracks. No. Baunetra. Thank you so much. No. So the basic idea with hops is that generally they're there to mess around or balance out the sweetness because we're basically just making a wheat syrup, right?
Yeah.
They sort of even it out a little bit. And, and in the IPA, like once you start getting to a certain point, it's crazy pants amount of bitterness. And then that style is just about that bitterness, right? This also, in addition to the hops during the actual like manufacture of the beer, there's also a bunch of hops added after. And so that smells really good. And it affects the taste in a different way than it would if it was actually being boiled during, right? So these are actually added when it's cold.
This smells like I just walked into like an amazing bar, bistro.
God, it really does. This is one of the best. This
like
is one of the best smells
nice
that we have put together on this. And a big part of that has to do with, the hops that are there at the end. So part of the reason we wanted to do this is because we got access to, imagine if you were like in Westfall and you had attacked a harvest golem and there was a rare drop of a hop. That's basically what happened over at Micro Homebrew. getting lemon drop.
Loving this
we
analogy.
always want to use lemon. We always want to use lemon drop, but you can almost never get it.
Yeah.
But it's gonna taste bad. That's what you're telling me.
What I'm telling you is that you are gonna hate it.
You're gonna hate every part of this.
But we will all enjoy, I think, how much you hate it, and so.
But God, what's so funny is on my end, out of the keg.
Oh, look at the head on this dude. This looks like an emoji of a bear.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
That's ridiculous. That's a cartoon drawing.
Yeah, right.
Yes, right.
Fog Labs, thank you so much. Yeah. So go ahead and give that a sip, Michael, and then you might want to go and throw up or get.
Oh God, you know what this tastes like?
What's that?
Pool water.
Oh well, that's. That wasn't the intention.
It reminds me of that feeling when you come up from a pool and you have it in your nose. And
in
your mouth,
sinus.
And you can taste it. Like you can taste everyone that's been in the pool.
Right. You can basically taste the history.
And now they're all in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And you're saying that's.
I can't take a second sip.
So you're saying you can't. You're saying that you that you consider that an off flavor.
It's like someone took a pool skimmer and just drank it.
So you wouldn't pay for that product?
No.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your boldness.
Angus, it's like Great Wolf Lodge. Pool water.
Oh. God, Great Wolf ass lodge.
Don't go there.
The water near the children's section is thick, and I would say soapy to the touch.
Syrupy.
Yeah, that's not what we want.
Don't go there unless you want to shit for a week.
Ooh.
That's exactly right.
Ooh.
No. The way that Kika would say it is, don't go there unless you want to pee out of your butt. I think is how Kika would present.
Wait,
it.
This is an actual place?
Oh yeah,
Great Wolf Lodge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a zone. It's a biohazard.
It's not far from us, hour and a half or so, and then it's like an indoor water park that is, I don't think, supervised or maintained.
It's like a ruin.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Jesus. What is this?
Here. So Eric, if you want to lose that pesky last 10 pounds.
That bowel weight.
This is how to do it. Hold on, I'm switching this over so everybody can see this joy.
You want to lose that pesky organ weight.
Good Lord! Look at that.
Honestly, I know what awaits us there, and I've still gone.
Is this it? This thing right?
What's that?
I've gone 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. Like everything that we have said doesn't actually keep us from going.
Yeah. Food is terrible and like comically expensive.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. Dude. So Mike, we figured out the system.
What's the system?
What you might call a life hack.
Don't go there.
Well, no. That's not one of the options. So in the parking lot, it's basically just a very large parking lot.
Yeah.
There is actually a nice, like a good burger spot that has a few other items there in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And so we have turned to this. We've outsourced the caloric portion, because if you eat there, nothing good can come of it.
Yeah, I mean, the only good thing about it was back in the day when the kids were little, they had that indoor Magic Quest.
Yes. Now Magic Quest is tight. We've actually done strips about this.
A wand, and it would interact with different things all around the resort.
That's kind of cool.
And they would activate different spells and stuff. It was fun.
Yes.
But you're shitting your bridges the whole time.
While you're doing it, you just have a bag attached. You're wearing diapers.
Yeah.
And get them at the door.
Yes, but that's it.
Well,
so, Michael, thank you very
much. I'm
much.
going to let you guys do beer.
Yeah, absolutely. Godspeed.
Bye.
Yeah.
For real. Bye.
Let me see if I can find. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to paste into the chat. I'm just going to paste the comic. that we did about Magic Quest. It's surprisingly entertaining.
Is it like Legends of the Hidden Temple type of amazing? Or...
Like the game show?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. You literally get like an RFID wand and then travel around to this hotel solving puzzles and quests.
Yeah, and then you find like the old uncle that's just weird. Like
no, and then there's like kids that go there that are like completely whacked out. like that are like hardcore speedrunner type motherfuckers that are going end to end. Like it's crazy pants.
So what was it in Temple? The Legends of the Hidden Temple was like the iguanas versus the blue.
Yeah, I mean they had.
And there was always that one team of assholes, right? That
they had unique polarities, of course. Now, so Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster Eric J. Benson came over to the house yesterday to drop off his product. And we were like, hey, let's try a little bit. And I'm like, what are we looking at here? And he's like, I think it's 4 or 5%.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, no problem. And so then I had 2.
Yeah.
Then I had 2 of them because of how low the ABV was. And I'm here to tell you right now that let's say, for example, that it was in fact 7.5. You would never know.
No. You
would never know because the hop fucking phalanx hits you. I mean, it is an insuperable wall.
Yeah.
This is basically a wind tunnel for your palate. Anything that is not bolted down is stripped away. But we love it.
Mm-hmm.
We think that it is so good. And no, you are getting the optimal version. Like, so my version next day.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of head retention, like from the growler, it's not a thing. I mean, it's, and I'm not even complaining. Like this is a million times better than when we weren't doing it. Right. It can't be. But I am saying when I see your mug.
Yeah. Like
it's
when you
still
see the
going.
Imaginary mug.
Yeah. The space mug here, just clutch it to your chest like a beloved squirrel. There you go. Mug. Yeah. And that was poured several minutes ago.
Yeah.
And drunk.
Yeah, and getting drunker. But
I love it.
But on this side, like right out of the keg, it is just a bomb of lemon. Like it tastes like the old, not the remember Warheads, whatever were they called, lemon drops? Like,
Lemonhead.
Lemonhead.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like that out of the keg. That's what it tastes like.
Oh man, that's amazing. So for me, I think because the carbonation is down, I've got a different temp. I mean, you have everything lined up. For me, the malt is a much bigger part of the presence. The malt and then the flavor aspect of just the hot bomb that you dropped in at the end.
Right.
I would love to mess with this. Recipe.
Yeah, like I said, like so if we look at the recipe, it's wheat and golden promise. That's it. It's
that wheat.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that's present.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and that's almost a full pound in there. Most of it's golden promise, which is correct.
Right.
But there is a bunch of stuff. It's like this is like something we found in a barn, and I really want to get it towed to the shop and just get under the fucking hood and work our asses off on it. Like go in, love the wheat malt. That's interesting.
I'd like to take it out and just see. I would like again. I said like yesterday. Like, what if it's just all pale?
All pale, like
all day.
Basically, strip out the wheat malt and with it that sort of like shredded wheat, like that little bit more structural mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Get that out of there. Golden Promise also too sweet. Let's go back to pale. Let's keep it crisp and simple, and just make it like an obsidian dais upon which hops may be worshipped. Right? That's the fantasy.
I agree. God, but this is too good on the keg. Off of the tap, it is way too good.
Yeah, I mean that's we'll have that experience eventually, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we're gonna that shot is gonna happen. We're both gonna be legit, and it's gonna be like this. Well, I mean, because it's like yesterday, it's just like we were getting into some shit. Like we were handling some issues, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just like I was reaching over to get the glass, but of course it's like, well, yeah, friends like shake hands.
That was so funny. That was the weirdest feeling. I'm like, oh
so
my,
automatic, right? And
so
it was just
automatic,
like,
and I was like, oh wait, we don't do this. Like this is not a thing. Like
it isn't part of our culture anymore.
But what was crazy was like, so like I'll come over on Sundays to play war games, and but it was just like a reflex that hasn't happened. It was a reflex that hasn't happened in a year,
a full year,
and then it was just like weird. It was like, what? Wait, not computing, right?
Yeah.
It was.
So this
strange times, man.
Yeah, without the more controlled temp, without the mouthfeel and carbonation you'd get straight off the thing, because the carbonation, the CO2, is sour, and so that's just the carrier wave for the rest of the hop capacity we've pushed through this thing, right?
But like again, like you can still see the.
I mean, it's got to be amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be so good.
This thing is just coated in bubbles and just fantastic.
I love the taste, but I would love to mess with this one too. Like because the public version of this, it can't be. If you look at this list, I mean, look at it. We're talking about what 3 distinct editions of Lemon Drop.
Yeah.
Then some Idaho 7, like. For prime time, like we can't be doing this,
right?
And then like we can't dry hop it as hard as you dry hopped this if it was going to go on the shelf. But I think we back off of a bunch of the excess, and then we just focus on what made it win.
Well, and remember what was interesting about this one is not only is it a hazy, but on the IBU side, it's really cranked for what a hazy normally is. Normally,
that's actually true. Hazies
incredibly low.
Exactly. Hazies tend to they have a lot of hop character, but it's not because it has crazy IBUs.
Right.
This is really both worlds.
Yeah.
Right. And we're not emphasizing florals and some of the flatter, broader hop profiles. These are pretty sharp.
Right.
By comparison. Right.
Yeah. Well, I can't. The problem is it's too good. I just can't drink too much of it because I'm going to be falling off my chair.
No, we don't want this.
No,
that's not the scenario. Hey, can we take a look at the? Can we take a look at our precious instrument and what is in there? Let's go through that recipe real quick.
That is
Mist Shroud. Hoo.
This is almost essentially it's pale. It's golden promise with wheat again.
Yep. So this is a strong base.
We added flaked oats to this. We wanted to, this is a Weiss beer, right?
That's right, on purpose, right?
On purpose.
Yeah. So it's like on paper, it's the same grains, but look at the mix.
Yes,
look at the ratio.
So a Weiss beer typically 50% minimum wheat. You can go higher.
Exactly. But get this. So obviously. The thing that's I think going to set this apart from the style typically is that we hit it with Apollo instead. I mean, I feel like that's a little bit outside what you would expect from that.
Oh style. Yeah, absolutely. Even the flaked oats.
No, that's a jackhammer. Those two things are going to put a nice twist on it.
But
I think
so. What was crazy was we went with Apollo for the notes, but we had an IBU of 12. So we put 10 gram
monster hop.
Yeah.
But this much.
Literally a 0.10 ounces or 3 to 4 grams of hops in there.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to try it.
It's gonna be real interesting to see how this one comes out.
All right. Hey, and so what do we think is going to be on tap next week?
Next week.
Because there's a deep roster, as I recall.
It is stupid. Hunter's Dark.
Oh, it's Hunter's Dark. God, we haven't had a dark. Have we had a dark beer since we started the show back up?
Yeah, totally. 666 edition for Todd Kenrick.
No, that was good.
Icewind Ale. Remember that?
Yeah, that's true. But not a porter.
Imagine a dark Morkite.
Yeah. But that was a Belgian, right?
Oh wait, that was October 2012. Yeah. Time. What is
even time?
What is fucking time? Get lit or die trying.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, now Robot Unicron, as we have described on this very program, yeah, we are absolutely using the Pico. Sup, Gamer Gout. We're absolutely using this is the Z model, and it's communicating with a cloud that they have suggested will be up for the foreseeable future, but it's hard to know exactly what that means. That being said, there are already existing ways to spoof that and back up your recipes and do things like that. So if you do end up getting a hold of a piece of hardware, it is still something that you can utilize.
Yeah.
Something to consider. We had brought it up last week, but the anvil, or if you're looking for something that's really more device oriented, for more end to end, the brewy.
Yeah.
There's still lots of devices that exist in that middle space. Tobias, is 0.1 ounces of hops even enough for it to have any antiseptic properties? Won't this beer spoil? I think the thing to keep in mind is that alcohol,
if you drink it quick enough,
is that but also the alcohol will combat spoilage as well. Don't forget, not to mention the incredibly high temperatures and the sterile environment that we're depositing it into.
Yeah, and there are beers that do not contain hops. So
a Groot is a type of beer that doesn't have a hop, and it's the main thing is the conditions under which it's brewed, the environment in which it ferments, and then the production of alcohol that makes it safe.
Yeah. I mean, the hops were added because they were transporting beer on the ocean, and they needed
that's a preservative.
Yep. And that's why we call them IPAs. That's why it's an India Pale Ale, is the India Trading Company.
Exactly right.
East India Trading Company.
Exactly right. Hey, so Miss Shroud, its dark journey has already begun, and as soon as the target temp water hits it, then you start to see those flecks of the flecks of the darker malts jumping out there. So over the course even of this show, you're going to see that become a kind of ichor. But how great is that going to be? A porter with a ton of flaked oats. That is going to have a medicinal quality, and I don't mean on the palate. I mean, I think it will heal the human spirit.
But I mean, check this out with this, the rye inside of Hunter's Dark.
Yeah.
And the black patent.
This is going to be fucked, man. That is going to be so goddamn good. Anyhow.
Neon Graveyard Skunked is when light gets into the beer, and
light can
Heineken. Yeah, think of
if you want to know what the skunk profile is, choose a brand that leans into skunkiness.
Well, and it's because of the green bottle, because light can get through. That's why we use, when you're using glass, you use brown bottles. It's harder for light to get through.
It's to protect it. I mean, you've done everything up to this point to protect the fluid inside. But if you're Heineken, you lean in. You make that a part of your brand identity.
That's what it was. It was great marketing. You knew a Heineken because it was a green bottle.
Well, let's see. Josh hooked us up with a cool question. So can you recommend a keto-friendly beer? So if you want a keto-friendly beer, you're going to want to look for gluten-free beers, right?
Is keto carbs? I thought keto was under 20 carbs.
Let's see.
A day, right? I think it's under 20 carbs. And if so, you're going to go with I can't recommend it, but actually, you know what? Fuck it. Michelob Ultra Light. It's 3 carbs.
No, exactly. That's the main thing. And if you're a lot of light beers,
any light.
the reason they're doing it for a different reason. They have a different purpose.
Yeah.
It's mostly about calorie, but there's a relationship between carbs and calories.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of light beers.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a lot of light beers that, just by virtue of what they're trying to emphasize and what they're trying to do, will also tick that box for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just funny because we have our Michelobs and our Jennies and what is it, Michelob's champagne.
Oh, Jennies, yeah. We found out about that. I found out about that on the show.
And we always shit on them because they've been, they're popularized, right? It's it's not craft, so
they're ultra mainstream. But I would say that's something that.
But those companies brought brewing up. and now we get to ride on their shoulders.
No, exactly right. And so that's a key thing. We don't fuck with that here.
Yeah.
We think that the business that we are in, the manufacture of this elixir, right? Its purpose is to bind people together.
Right.
And so we understand that even a Carlson draft or a Carlton draft, down in Oz, like we understand that the purpose of this, that we understand that it has like a sacrament purpose. And so it doesn't pay us to get too fancy, to get so fancy that we can't derive the benefits from that stuff.
Exactly.
Is it going to be the first thing we choose? Probably not.
Probably not.
But if somebody hands that to you, you fucking take it.
Exactly. Well, it's like Coors, right? Like everybody shits on Coors Light, which is fine. It's water. But
absolutely,
Coors is responsible for figuring out refrigeration to bring beer from coast to coast.
To make it possible.
The reason you can get a beer on a different coast now was because of Coors.
Well, yeah, and if you go international, right? Yeah. Bud, that's a lingua franca for beer.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Absolutely.
And then if you're talking about Bud, between Bud, which is the one that has the super high rice content?
Bud.
Yeah, exactly, right? And so that is, I find that quite interesting. Yeah. But it turns out that rice offers a very crisp.
Right.
Yeah. As a fermentable, it offers a very crisp cup.
Yeah. And like Tobias is kind of right. He's like, they got big for a reason. They made a beer that tastes good to a lot of palates. And it does. It tastes good to a lot of palates, but it was also, we were able to get it too, right? Like, oh my God, this is what we can get. So we're going to have it.
Absolutely. Now, Underdog Ag, Tavern Tales, exactly right. Kirin, Asahi, Sapporo.
Mm-hmm.
Japanese brewing is, it just in terms of precision and quality for simple styles, is the apex.
Well, it's the same thing with the Japanese whiskeys. They're amazing.
I have never had one. I know that it's real. I know that it's legit. But
Japan is the only other country that can call their scotch.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's like authorized.
Yeah, they authorized it.
That kicks ass.
Right.
That kicks ass. Two things. One, yes, obviously there's a reason that Germany has this reputation. Two things. One, Better Break Force says, "Oh wow, this is pretty cool. I'm glad you think so. Welcome to Acquisitions Intoxicated. This is Twitch's Brewing Show. If there's another one, I don't know about it. But we get into it here for sure. And in fact, you're about to see what the purpose of the program actually is, which is to give you that which you already own, the art and science of brewing. We're going to make one now. We're going to go end to end from the entire process using polls, to give people an opportunity to collaborate on some concepts. We're going to come up with a theme. But we've been at it for a couple of years now. Good to have you. Now, so that being said, pursuant to this, we do need a topic.
We do need a topic. What do you got on that list?
Well, yeah. Let me pull this bad boy up, because I got it. I got that list. Somebody had suggested the Lady of Pain. Do not hate it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Do not hate it. I have an endless supply of enthusiasm for Planescape.
God,
I would have to get my step ladder to get it, but I literally have all the box sets for Planescape up on the.
Yeah, I know. I got him
up on the shelf.
I miss those box sets. I really do.
I'd love him to bring it back. But
me too, because it only costs 50 fucking cents.
Well, yeah, because you're in that industry, what it actually takes to do that. But I would love it because they have like the regular book and then they have the cover. I understand.
Yeah.
Right. They have like the fancy one, like the collector's cover.
Give me a box.
But that's just a box.
Yeah.
If that's possible. Right. Enough people will opt for it. You're not going to lose money on this. Right. That's not going to be part of it. So theme, Lady of Pain. Let's start there.
Okay, so what do we want to...
Oh, Cookie Mom was in my DMs talking about Loop Hero.
Oh, yeah, fucking Loop Hero.
So we'll throw some Loop Hero in there for sure. Oh, Ithuin is saying still want to fill out a Martzen, or Mertzen.
Oh, God, yeah, that's right. I don't know if that would be a Lady of Pain beer.
Well, no, I'm saying that's a style. We're looking for
Yeah.
theme, but we're going to put Märzen in there for sure. Changeling, yeah, I'm liking that. Yeah, Pyrrhal. I still haven't seen the second boss. I mean, and it isn't for lack of trying either. Let's be very clear. A changeling beer, as Underdog has suggested, is kind of cool. Changelings, of course, figure very prominently in the C team.
Gamer Gal, thank you. Changeling, like the White Wolf game.
Look at this. So I'm gonna.
Oh, that's Gamer Gal. That's a great idea.
Right, I threw it in.
What would you drink on the course?
Exactly. But also, thanks for the sub. So, Gamer Gout. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been out there. Mike is an actual golfer for whatever reason. It's a real thing. Vulture Rock. It is indeed the Jerry. But legitimately good. Like, in addition to drawing the strip and being very interested in game shit and coming on here and being Jim Dark Magic and doing all that kind of stuff, for some reason, he's weirdly good at golf. And it's the, I think that it has to do with the solitary nature of it. Yeah. But he literally lettered in it.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's not wearing that. And
that's amazing.
No, but I'm saying I lettered in choir. Let's be very clear.
Yeah, I played the drums pretty badass. And the problem is I'm Scottish, so I should learn to play golf. I have a standing.
It's cool.
I have a standing invitation to go play at St. Andrews anytime I want, but I won't do it because I'm going to look like an asshole, right? Cause I can't go on that course.
You know what? You know what though?
I just literally can't step on that course because I'm going to look like an idiot.
But being bad at golf, I think is actually associated with golf at a fundamental level.
I don't know.
No. It definitely is, because somebody was like, "Hey, what beer would you have on the course?" You may not know if you don't golf with any frequency. Drinking is almost synonymous with golf. They literally drive the cart through. It depends, Josh. Listen, Josh says at a club they get pissed. You'd be surprised. It depends on the club.
I mean, I know I'm enough to get on the course and play and get.
Then you're going to be fine, dude. If you can legitimately go, well, first of all, any excuse to go to Scotland is a must, dude. If you end up going back, but if you end up going back to Scotland, you got to do me a favor, man. You have to get a narrow boat.
A narrow boat?
Do you not know what I'm fucking talking about?
No.
I want you to search Black Prince, Scotland, and then we're just gonna look at it very briefly.
Like the Isle of Skye type.
No.
Oh, is this a whiskey?
No. This is going to be life-changing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is going to be life-changing, son. Pull this shit up. Let's take a look at it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the narrow boats. Okay.
All right. Here.
Yeah.
But let's get it up in the background there so that people can see it. Looks like PGA Tour 2K1 somehow ended up on here. So let's think about the optimal scenario.
I didn't know what you're talking about. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh yeah, you're taking.
But in the meantime, is there a way to pull up the Black Prince website on here? Just for us to enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine a scenario where you go.
Yep.
Oh, Pyrrhal, if people are living on them, I mean, I don't know about that. Yes, yeah, Spidey, exactly. They're also, it depends on, it's sort of a regional thing. It could also be a canal boat, but those are the two pieces of nomenclature. These are essentially long houseboats because there was a period of time where these channels that went from place to place were the highways.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And Josh is saying people have started treating their tiny houses. Of course, it makes perfect sense. I comfortably lived in one for a week. But that was basically your hotel. So if you rent this, that's your hotel, and everything else, you just pull up, you fucking stake it up to the side and go to sleep. Yes. That's what you can have. And if you're going to Scotland, if you're leaving from the if you can leave from the Black Prince place. It's just right there on the edge, but that's the Falkirk Wheel. You know about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really know about it?
Not as much as you do.
Fucking just look up the fucking Falkirk Wheel. So imagine, so we've seen these boats, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've taken a look at these goddamn boats. Imagine a carousel designed to carry these boats, designed to grab these narrow boats.
They look like hooks, right? Yeah.
Yes. And imagine a carousel designed for boats that you live on.
Look at that. That's cool.
You would not believe how big it is. I didn't get it until I was there. Right?
So my time in Scotland was to go to the Royal Edinburgh Tattoo, and then I had a ceremony that I had to attend the night before.
Really?
And then I had to fly out.
Well, the ultimate combo pack, because you can take one of these things to Edinburgh from Falkirk, easy peas. It takes a few days, but you can do it. Imagine a scenario where if one is a Scotch Malt Whiskey Society member, the tasting room is available to you in this place. But yeah, those hooks, those hooks basically carry. You see that on the side?
Yeah, like this one is great.
They just swing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So imagine a Ferris wheel, 4 boats.
Yeah.
Riding in that is fucking nuts. But basically, it elevates you up to that channel in the back, and that's it. Anyway, it's something to consider if you're heading back there.
That's fantastic.
Okay. Now.
Yeah, when we can travel again.
Let's get it. So, PGA Tour as a style. So, let's think about what that means.
Czech Pale Lager. First one on the list.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, classic. Right? We're talking about that hot day. Right? It's basically you want something to get you through the rest of it. Right? Mm-hmm. So, that is an easy call.
What else could we do in this?
Right. I mean, purely in terms of the style, we can still consider the Märzen because we want to get one in a fermenter soon.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that would be sort of like your upmarket option or your import, right?
I would think that would be more like the 19th hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So that's, hey, we've done it. Now you're back at the clubhouse.
Yeah.
And that's something that, you get a round of at the end to celebrate the course, right? In terms of another one, I'm trying to think. Because there's a lot of obviously there's a lot of mixed drinks and martinis too. So a beer themed or based around a martini or mixed drink might work too.
I don't think a white IPA, not really. I mean, a pale ale would be
a pale ale would be classic too.
Yeah, I mean, a pale ale would be great.
Yeah, so these are basically beers that empower one to succeed and do their best.
Gamer Gout, that's not my term. That's a classic golfing term, is the 19th hole.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, a cyber necromancer, obviously a very powerful individual who's managed to combine both the dark arts of necromancy, with the increasing power of technology in the modern world. Says, hey, first time catching you live. Just wanted to mention the back catalog of Ack Int has been a tremendous source of enjoyment recently. Clap. Hey, hopefully you were able to track down the episode we did with Holly and Jessica Marzan. which is my personal favorite episode.
Yeah,
well, that one and the bug one. Those are the two.
Those are two. But the role playing after was astounding.
Yes, the liquor board.
That game was one of the funnest RPGs.
The liquor board. Now, so get a glimpse of the grains of this. I mean, essentially, what we've made here is a hot cereal.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is like a rich, hearty
rich cornflakes, right? Like,
yeah. This is the sort of breakfast that enables mighty deeds. Oh, Trent says they've watched Mediator 20 times. I believe it. Yeah. So better break for us. If you are an enthusiast of the medium of brewing already, then of course you'll know that what you said is exactly right. All you're doing when you brew is making a syrup from grains that you, under very controlled conditions, transform into, at least partially, transform those sugars that you've extracted into alcohol. That's it. That's the whole thing. But even there's high utility even for what's left over here. Right. Bakeries often utilize this.
Bakeries, farmers, actually.
Farmers. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. As feed. So our Brenna's cousin, I don't know what relation I am to her, if any, but her cousin is one of these like urban homesteading types.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And so back when we were in the office and I was getting the grains after we would do the cooling, I would bring those out, and that was like food for the goats.
Oh, like nice.
They went fucking nuts,
right? Yeah.
Oh, they went fucking crazy for it.
That's cool.
Right. Oh, here, Vulture Rock says that my jug, like my 64-ounce growler, needs the triple X.
It really does.
Emblazoned.
Vin Diesel's bringing a new set to your house.
Yeah, for sure. So that we've beasted this thoroughly. They want that Marzen, and I think it's because ultimately their decisions are always right. This is what we've discovered on the show. Ultimately, I think that what they want, they know that it's the right time to get one of those in the fermenter so that it's ready for use.
Totally.
So can you inform our gathered friends?
Yes.
Because you have pushed for it, Orion has pushed for it.
Oh, like
I mean, multiple people in the know in the channel. Oh shit. Okay, so Breakforce, you know exactly what's up. Yeah. But welcome aboard. There's a lot of expertise in this channel, actually. I recognize and honor it. So Mertzen, yes, I keep fucking it up, Demetrios. But the 7.5% hazy recollection is not helping, obviously. So, but the key is hook them up. So why would it be good to get one under now?
Because this is typically the time. This is the time when you brew a Mertzen. They're brewed in March.
That's right. And so beers in general, I mean, obviously, you know, the beer police aren't going to come and like hunt you down, but beers have seasons.
Yeah.
Like there are beers that are appropriate for specific times.
Yeah.
And, you know, and we honor the craft by recognizing that.
Especially when it comes to German beers. So
definitely. And when it comes to taking advice from a brewing tradition, German's pretty good.
Yeah. So what's really interesting about this is, you know, with a Mertzen, you're using what's a process called decoction mashing.
Oh, Mertzen uses basically, it's like, imagine an exhibit meme.
Yep.
Where exhibit suggests that you want a little malt in your malt.
Yep.
So basically imagine taking some of the wort and basically boiling it down like you would a stock, enriching it, amplifying it, and then returning it to the boil, right?
Right, exactly. And we're not going to be able to do that with the Pico. So the way we emphasize those flavors
is malts is it's already emphasized in a malt we would choose, right?
Yep. You know the malt? Remember the malt?
God, give me a second.
You got it.
Double malt.
Nope.
Super malt.
Kind of malt.
Mega malt.
Maybe a malt.
Malt. Mega super.
Sounds like a mall.
What do you got?
Melanoidin.
That's right. Yeah. God damn it. I was like, in my mind, I was like, no, there's a sigillated. And then I was like, no, now it's gone. It pushed the other one out.
Yep.
So, but basically, we're talking about malt that has been soaked in malt, and it gives us that vibe, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you kind of want, these beers taste, they're rich, they're bready, sometimes toasty. Those are the flavors that go along with a Mirza, right? So
yeah. So this is you've wrapped up. You're back at the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sandwich.
Maybe you have a new jacket to wear.
Yes, exactly. Maybe you swap out.
Yeah.
But that's basically what we're talking about. Is now you're done. You sit down. You want something maybe a little bit more substantial than you might have wanted out on the course where you're walking from place to place.
Yeah.
Right. So a little more bready, more toasty. And we can absolutely provide this.
Yeah, and you don't really go too caramel, or not a lot of caramel, or not really roasty at all in these.
No, that's outside that's immoral, essentially. It's wrong.
That's against those purity laws.
All right, so we got to start getting our stats, and then we'll dial it in.
Yep.
I'm going to leave Lady of Pain on here.
Absolutely. Okay, so where do we want to do, if this is after the
we're done, right?
18 holes are done, right? Low ABV is 5.8, high is 6.3, but we could, wow, voice cracked. We could
yeah, I mean it could be that this is a celebratory beverage.
Yeah.
Which to my mind means we go 5, 6, and 7. It's fine with me if it's a 7, right? We're celebrating the end of the, ostensibly a successful run. Oh, Niekman, thank you so much for the sub.
Yeah, there we go.
Ho ho. So what did you've now obtained beers and arrived home. So what do you got? What do you got in there? I have something that I made with my friends online. It's called Hazy Recollection, and it is quite good. Man, I have to send you my playlist, my Loop Hero playlist, Eric.
Oh yeah, is it straight black metal?
It's black metal end to end. Like it's just gruesome, just brutal product from end to end. Right now, it's comprised mostly of Agalok and My Dying Bride. It's just like it is providing the spine of the experience. Yes, CG. I saw you name check that on the tweeter. Oh, I was just gonna say now, Gamer Gout, this is gonna be a winner. Mike is gonna for this style, any German style.
Yeah.
Mike is gonna be drawn immediately to it.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, exactly. I'm so pleased. So it's a metal we haven't gotten to, Eric. But the highest level metal in Valheim is black metal.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, right. Isn't that a treat?
Amazing.
Hey, look. So they're looking for the 5. So pursuant to
what we were
talking about before,
I absolutely love that.
This is one you might be able to do too, right? That fits the celebratory air.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's good.
Niekman, it's beef, right? It's A+. EMW says, Jerry, is there a way to get some of this beer to Gary and Will somehow when it's done? I don't know what it looks like sending from here to Cali. My guess is that Cali is going to have a lot of Blue Law horse shit.
Nah, okay. No, we can't send beer.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, Eric. Yes, I agree with you. That is deeply wrong and also bad to do.
Why would we ever do that? Yeah. Oh
very shameful. And, and even suggesting it, EMW, very wrong. And obviously it's something we'll discuss later. I'll use this opportunity to scourge you for your bad acts. Oh, yeah, Amon Amarth. Yes, exactly. JD Lady, that is a nice, a curatorial selection.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
No, EMW, very, very gruesome content for sure.
No, you can FedEx it. It's
you basically appeal to a third party exterior mechanism.
Yeah, fine. Spidey Mark, you're right. Yeah, we're just driving here.
But Demetrius, luckily, Holly lives here, so it's no big deal.
That's how NASCAR started, Spidey. So
yeah, anything we do with Holly next is all local.
Oh, what was it?
Demetrius was saying you didn't send Holly any of the Strix beer either, but that did happen.
Yeah, we totally did.
That did happen, actually. So we have our ABV 5. Perfect. Great. Can have 2 at the end.
Love it.
This is a great, a celebratory gesture.
Okay.
What next?
So let's talk about our SRM.
Mm-hmm.
Let me bring that up. It's usually between 8 and 17, which really gives us a fun range.
Oh, it's massive. And I might just chart it out there. Once I see it on the sheet, I might end up just charting a course through that.
Yeah.
8 to 17. Oh my gosh, there's great options in there.
It's that nice into golden all the way into that really beautiful amber.
Yeah, let's go 8, 13.
Need the color of a sand trap. Yeah, that's
8, 13. 8 is going to be the closest we get there. 8, 13, 18, I think is very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look. Green. It's we don't have that power.
Yeah.
That's beyond us.
Any beer but this, maybe.
Hazy Recollection is really good, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. I wish you could have it over.
Man, I wish too. I wish I could get my mitts on the official product for sure. Blind Cleric, I will look up Heilung. In fact,
you haven't heard that? Oh man, you're gonna love it.
What is it?
Oh, it's like Wardruna. It's a have you heard Wardruna?
No.
Oh man.
So this is legit Norse.
Yeah. They're bringing back like a sound, or they're trying to emphasize that sound.
Oh, this is very cinematic.
Yes, it's very what's the word?
This sounds like some cult shit. This sounds like some dark gods type shit.
Yeah. God, what the hell? I can't think of the word in it right now, but they were actually going to be in Seattle on my birthday before all this crap happened. Who wants to come see
Skaldir? Yeah. I'll take a look. I am familiar with that band, Stiggs. Hideki Naganama. That's oblique.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I will tap in. I will tap into this product.
Yeah, you'll like Wardruna. That's one of and.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying that, like, compared to what everyone else is suggesting, that's coming in from this way.
Yeah.
All right, 13. Obviously,
good call.
Could it be considered inauspicious? Yes, but it's like, do you incorporate it just to pay obeisance to it and maybe push that bad luck off briefly?
Okay, so your typical IBUs, we're going between 18 and 24. This is not a hoppy beer. This is malt forward.
18. Mm-hmm. 18. $24. Was that the north?
Yep. Totally.
Okay. Let's try that. So hops are only there as an accent, really.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to keep it from being cloying. Cadmus, thank you so much. 35 months.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean 18 for 18 holes makes sense. Makes sense. Auspicious in this context. And that's also going to let our malt sing. That being said, 24 is going to counteract the most cloying aspects of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is we can't actually go too wrong. Oh, movies. God bless you. Yeah, we're getting there. What the deuce? Here, hang on a second. I'm sorry. The pull got goosed. Here, hang on a second. I had to remove one of them before. Here we go. That got messed up. Let's try this. Because 18 is auspicious as a number. I apologize, channel. Let's get back in there. Neon Graveyard wants to know if I've heard of Peter Gundry. It's not metal, but he composes a lot of dark-themed music. Lucifer's him. What?
Wow, that's getting deep.
Spooky pants. Well, let's just get that in my search history here. Peter Gundry. Okay, let's take a look. Well, this track starts with thunder, and then it looks like it moves into an accordion.
What?
I'm haunted by it. I'm haunted. Well, 18 it is. Let's just move on from there. Now, typically something does not win in an absolute blowout, but now you have everything that you need to know.
Absolutely. So when we talk about this style and its taste, we're going to be using probably 4 different kinds of malts that we have. Not all together.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to be choosing from.
Oh, I see. In terms of the base styles?
Right. So we could do 100% Munich malt and call it a day.
Yeah, Munich it's solid, right?
Yep, it's caramel. It's honey. You're getting honey and bread notes. Or light caramel, I should say, but honey and bread notes from it. And you could just call that a day.
And be done.
We could also put in, if we wanted to go, so that would be one choice. The next choice would be a combination of Munich and Vienna, which would add some toastiness to the flavoring.
Okay, I like this.
Or we could add a Pilsner or a two-row malt instead of the Vienna, and just to boost ABV and add a little bit more crispness to the beer.
Okay, let's see where they fall on these axes.
Mm-hmm.
Baca, you just got to Dune?
Whoa.
You're in for a fucking treat.
Man, you got a lot of books left.
The Dune, the whole first 3 there are, at least in my opinion, are incredible. Mm-hmm. My favorite Dune book is actually God Emperor.
Is it really?
Yeah. God Emperor had continues to have a huge effect on me.
I never got into the end books that came out.
You mean like the ones that his
son or whatever put out? Yeah.
I have never, like, I was reading one on a flight.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like the Butlerian Jihad or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I have never like purposely left a book on a plane.
You literally got that mad at it?
It's not for me. Like, that makes me mad. Like, that book just made me mad. I'm not even saying that these are necessarily like bad books.
Yeah.
But the idea that they belong in a continuum.
Yeah, with the
first 6 books.
Yeah.
I just don't agree.
Right. It is a type of heresy in that.
I'm not saying that it isn't useful information or that it isn't drawn from official notes or like an understanding of it, but come on.
Yeah. Well, I wonder how people feel. I haven't really taken a pulse of or looked it up, how people feel about the ending of the Wheel of Time series.
Yeah. And, I never got into that.
Same thing.
Honestly, like, I like to read, and I was intimidated by the size.
Really? Oh,
yeah. I saw a thick ass book and I was like, ugh. I like to read more books. I want to, if I can read 2 books instead of 1 book, I will probably do it. For me, the optimal sort of fantasy scenario is 9 Princes in Amber. Did you ever read those?
No.
Dude, when you come over to drop off something next Monday, I will hand over. I have a compilation of all the Amber books.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
I'll give you that. It's yay big, but the individual books in it are like 150 to 200 pages.
Oh God! So you devour them in a
It's
night.
like pulp. Yeah. It exists. It fits in this very, very unique space between.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Like literature and pulp.
So you don't consider them novellas, right? I mean, that's not
because it really is one massive book.
Yeah.
Right. So I envy you so much. Like, these books, and this is the thing. These are books that fantasy authors read. Right.
Right.
This is that work that creators in that space revere.
Right.
And so when I hand this to you, you're going to start reading it. You won't believe what I've given you.
Right.
Because these ideas are everywhere now, but they came from somewhere.
Yep. Well, that's like the we were talking about the Black Company.
Right? Oh God.
But that series, like, I just can't wait to dig into the rest of that.
Black Company, if you're needing a book, people, the Black Company series is such a treat.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking good. Dude, Chainsaw Gothic, you really met Tim Powers?
That's cool.
I got Tim Powers books on the shelf. I mean, I got them right here. You might recognize this title from a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and there's a reason for that, and that's because they just ripped him off nonstop until they licensed it.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God. Movies, just go get it. You won't believe it. It's insane. Black Company is the best. Black Company for me hits those vibes, hits those like Karen Travis vibes where she was really embroidering Star Wars, but like not for space wizards, but for everybody else who has the unfortunate task of living in a universe where every generation or so space wizards annihilate civilization.
Right. Yep.
That's what Black Company is about. Black Company is about mercenaries that have to contend with wizards.
Yeah.
And what it actually means if someone can do magic at that scale and what it represents for your society.
Yeah.
What type of society you're allowed to have
because of that
wizards
power.
Exist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because we like if we think about it in the D&D context, wizards are just running around everywhere. When in reality, if they were that tough, they could control everything, right?
Yeah, so, it's like that's what I understand, but you have to understand they have low HP for the first few levels, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now, that just solves the whole.
So look, but they want the Munich, which has got the richness, right? But they want it commingled with a Pils or 2 row.
Okay, that's fun. So we don't want to have a toasty. That's great. Okay, so
this is going to be so good.
You know what would be fun? Let's give the choice between. Well, first let's put Munich in.
Yeah. Oh, so Piril, Lois McMaster Bujold is completely underrated as a master of sci-fi and fantasy. The Varkosigan saga is incredible, but Curse of Chalion, all that stuff too, that completely other cycle is very, very good. Brenna read a trilogy called The Sharing Knife that I think is technically fantasy romance. I didn't get to that, but the concepts are good.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure, Tobias. We should put the tool up. We should put the Beersmith up.
I think it's should be in Discord.
No, it's definitely there.
Yeah,
they're talking to Josh. Oh yeah, dude. EMW says, Jerry, the character creation of the Amber RPG is amazingly bananas. I mean, it depends on which one we're talking about. If you're talking about the old Amber diceless system, yeah, that is pretty weird. Where every stat is basically just a word that describes your level of power.
What?
Yeah,
that's fascinating. I've never seen that.
And it's like that's the thing about like Amberites, like people of the true blood. It's like the way that it describes it is that you could be at an event, let's say a party or something, and an assassin that was completely invisible to every sense could try to kill you, and you would block.
Nice. That's just it.
Right? I mean, I was just like, but that's the level of characters we're talking about in Amber Diceless. And we definitely played Amber Diceless, guaranteed. So now we know what our mix is, right? We want Munich and we want some Pilsner or 2-row.
So here is a cool separation. Do we do regular 2-row pale, which is clean and crisp, or do we do the Copeland 2-row, which is going to be sweeter? So it's kind of like you're at the bar. Do you put a cherry in your drink or not?
Exactly. So take a look at those two, because it's important, because the guts of this thing is mostly going to be Munich. What you do to alloy that is important.
Right.
Now, thank you so much, Doomsy. Much appreciated. Now, keep in mind that come 1:30, this is a fairly simple style, and so we should be able to execute it within this period of time. Keep in mind, at 1:30, there's going to be a practice adventure with Mike and I in PGA Tour 2K1, which is ostensibly what we're making the beer about, to prepare ourselves mentally and physically for our battle against the hideous mutants, Gary Whitta and Will Smith. Yeah, true. Lag Demon. I guess it's a different one. Well, 2-row, remember that most of it's going to be Munich. Really what we're talking about is we're done with the day. Do we want something that's going to offer us a little bit more crispness, a little more clarity at the end? Or do we want to just back up some of that sweetness with the other one? They'll both work. Yes, Neon Graveyard. Well put. True villains. Oh, yeah, Spidey, I have been dusting off the UGFT. It's delivered incredible results. Eric, it's too good.
I know.
If this came across on a pallet, like you're like, hey, I want to try your IPA. So if this came across on a pallet, I would get another glass of that one.
Yeah.
Like that would be the one I would pick.
Yeah, I really dig lemon. I mean, Lemon Drop is just such a great.
So rare.
I'm so glad that they got it back in.
It's so precious. Hey, so we got the Munich plus Copeland, which I think is a huge winner.
Okay, perfect. I used to have the Copeland in here, but we'll just put that to signify it. What was our ABV we were going for?
The ABV that I have on the sheet is 5.
5, okay.
And the SRM that you're looking for is 13.
So we're going to have to take some 13?
13.
Oh, okay, we're fine.
The number of the beast.
Let's take a little crystal. Oh, that's too much.
All right. How are we looking?
Just dialing in putting in a little crystal to just give us the color we want.
I need it. Oh yeah, God, look at that. Look at that color. Oof. Oof.
A little more Munich.
Well, I don't disagree, Pirl. Pirl, I have to be honest with you, man. I am still pleased. Obviously, Friday was several days ago. Yes, Blind Cleric, my email is still the same. My email has been the same for 23 years or so. I have very powerful Bayesian filtering that protects me from the internet. But no, Spidey Mark, all numbers are of the beast. I am still overjoyed that Enrique Lara was able to deliver first for us, and not just deliver first, but deliver first at like almost 11 full seconds. Almost 11 full seconds. Yeah, this is Motorsport Manager. The second season has been rough. We got elevated from Formula 3 to Formula 2, and it's a completely different game. The complexity of Formula 2 is nothing like.
Really? So it just jacks up?
It's nothing like Formula 3. Formula 3 is very, very forgiving in comparison. So the last round, the third season of Formula 3,
yeah,
it was really just a question of which of our drivers would come in first and which one would come in second. This one is like, hey, you're lucky if you get 8th.
No kidding.
And Enrique Lara, like our sort of star, like she's a big part of the brand, obviously.
Yeah.
Enrique Lara and obviously, Hong Strong. Essentially, they were able to, Enrique Lara was able to deliver like P1, which I was shocked by. I mean, we put it together. Exactly right. She is the Leviathan on a full tank of gas. Exactly right. We thought it was going to be a total shit show. Well, they're both fashion icons. That's the funny thing. All right, now, so
amazing.
So we're dialed in. We got the color so rich.
Yeah, look at that. Pure. This is going to be amazing.
What's next?
We need a hop.
Ooh.
A hop. So
yeah,
we're going to go
traditionally with a Märzen, we're talking about nobles, right?
Yep. So there's going to be 3 choices here.
So some of it kinky and some of it on model.
Yeah. So Saz is going to be mild, earthy, and herbal.
Yeah. So classic.
And you know this second one pretty well. Your Tet.
Yeah.
This is floral and spicy. It can be really spicy.
It can be like cinnamon, cardamom, like rich, earthy spices for sure.
Yep. And you get actually a little bit of fruity and citrusy, but not too much.
Oh yeah, Demetrios is saying a grassy hop. That might be interesting in this.
Well, here we go. I mean, this is the next one. It's Hallertau.
Ooh.
Spicy, flowery, even hay-like. That's where you get your grassy.
Yep. Oh man, this is so good. All classics. There you go. It has been shipped. Goat piss. So you're looking for that.
Oh God, what was that one?
You're looking for that saison. You're looking for that saison with the taste of horse blanket.
Horse blanket. That was the best.
What a flavor. I don't. Here's what I don't like. I don't like that someone is like. I don't like that someone is like chewing on a horse blanket, and so that they know what it tastes like. So that when they taste it somewhere else, they're like, you know what? This tastes like that horse blanket I was eating.
Yeah, I mean, just 2 weeks ago. You know.
Spooky.
Horse piss.
But yeah, so yeah, Hallertau is. I mean, it's legendary. It is a perfect combination with this base.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, that is really. I mean, it goes with the theme of the golf course, right?
It's end game. It's just flawless. I love what I'm seeing. Well, at 14, I think it's a winner.
You think?
Yeah, I think it came out on top of that one.
Yeah.
So we throw that in there. I can't get enough of this color, dude. This is going to be something else.
I mean, here's the thing. If you look at,
and these clear up real nice too, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here, let's just look at all the different beautiful Marzens that we can find.
Oh, online?
Yeah, sure.
Just take a look, man. At the places that I went, it was very, very. Oh my Lord!
Right. This is why we love this style.
This glassware, right? That's the key. Mm-hmm. So this one over here, the Marzen, that's the one you're mousing over right now.
Mm-hmm.
So many of the glasses that I had in Germany had like the bubbles outside that just emphasized the color. But it's just I want that so bad.
Right.
I want to have it.
Right. Like I want to be able to go down to Prost right now. And
yes. And tap in. You want to go to Prost on Wednesday so that you can get the pork shoulder stewed for 12 hours in the sauerkraut. Oh my God, dude!
I have not been there on a Wednesday for that.
Well, that was the shit. Like that was why I went down there. There is something like, so for me, sauerkraut is the best, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so my mom worked in a pickle packing factory.
Yeah.
And so for me, like pickles and sauerkraut are like the level of comfort I derive from pickles and sauerkraut are ridiculous.
Yeah. My mother used to make pickles all the time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
No, man, it hits. It hits. And I remember when I was a little kid, it's just like I didn't really understand it. Like, because if you work at a pickle factory like my mom did, like you're basically in a full body, like a hip waiter.
Yeah.
You're walking around in the tank circulating it, right? You come back smelling like this.
Yeah.
And for me, that's like the best smell.
Did she bring pickles home?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had pickles taste as good from the factory as what you would normally buy?
Farman's, like the pickles that we got from this place.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the ones that for me still sort of define it. They were great.
Yeah. So like my cousin went to, he's an accountant. He went to work, or he helped out Clausen's with a audit or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he brought home this like bucket of pickles, and I swear to God, I've never had pickles taste so good than this fucking weird bucket he brought home.
No,
from the factory.
Yeah, it's when it's right, like when it's exactly right. For me, it was the garlic dill.
Oh yeah,
when it's right and it hits. Blind Clerk, I can't do it. Even the thought of a pickled egg, it's just a combination of textures and tastes. Like for me, it's a no from me, dog.
Have you ever had pickled lobster?
No, but I'll tell you what I am down to clown with: pickled herring.
Oh yeah, pickled herring
with potatoes, or like pickled herring in a sour cream.
Totally.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know it's good for you. Like you just eat it and you're like, this is helping me.
Yeah, this is cleaning the insides out.
Exactly. Hey, so what do we got next? We're looking for yeast.
Yeast, yeah. So, let's check out White Labs, because they
always
have,
classic.
A lot of German yeast
options.
Yeah. They have a Southern German.
Beckenbauer. If there is a distinction between pickled herrings, I don't know what it is.
Is there really?
I don't know if this is a joke. It could be. I had no idea. out here, we don't have those levels of distinctions.
We don't have that luxury, I guess.
No. Now, Fat Baron kimchi, I am way okay.
Oh yeah.
Breakforce, I'm so glad that I'm so glad to see the interest. So we do this at this time every week.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday at noon. This is when we get down. So if it is of use to you, if you feel at home here, come back and see us. But yeah, typically we brew, come up with a new recipe, and the next week we tap whatever is ready for us to pull. Overjoyed to hear it. Thanks, man. So
the first one is just going to be a simple German lager.
Yep. Yeah, it's not going to get in the way.
It's going to make it malty and clean. Oh my God.
Clean malt, I think, is probably the best way of describing the style.
Yep.
It's rich, but it's still crisp.
Yep. Or we can go straight up with they have one that is designed for Oktoberfest and Martins.
Oh, well, there you go, right? We know exactly what that means in terms of the mouthfeel, right?
Yep. Malty, incredibly malty. And it'll finish, Oh, does not finish as dry or as fast as the German lager. Okay.
So it's going to be smooth, but not crisp.
Yep.
And clean.
And the one last one is going to be the Southern German lager.
Mm.
This is actually going to produce a little bit of
esters,
a little bit, and a little bit of sulfury finish to it. Yeah. But it's still malty and balanced. Oh yeah, like pickleback shots. Yeah, we did them with Jameson and pickle juice.
Yeah, I've only recently, like within the last couple of years, been taught about this.
Really?
I'm down. Yeah.
You ever tried? Oh God.
No, it totally.
That'll be a fucking hell of a night.
It totally works. It totally works.
Yeah. My buddy had a bar, and he made 2 different types of picklebacks. He had regular pickle juice, and then he had a spicy pickle juice.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, a spicy fucking pickle. See, this is what I love about that's the kimchi for sure.
Yeah.
A spicy fermented pickle. God damn. You just at least I know, like when I'm eating kimchi, I'm like, this is making my body better. I'm like, I get the impression it's like, this is definitely healing me in some way.
Yeah.
Pickled ginger for sure.
Oh, geez.
For sure. It's a winner.
That's interesting. I've never.
It's super common. I mean, well,
is it really?
What is it? Sushi? Yeah, right. Think about the shaved.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pickled ginger.
It would be perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Jesus. Spicy lactic acid pickles. Oh yeah, for sure. Easy peas.
Do you hate on bread and butter pickles?
Hell no, dude. For me, pickles are. I mean, that's the type of stuff that my grandma did.
Yeah.
My mom, of course, she was bringing back from the factory. That's a little bit more established, but no. I mean, my mom or my grandma was, she had 11 kids.
Yeah.
There's a lot of canning that fucking goes on in a house like that.
Totally. Scotch eggs. Who mentioned Scotch egg chainsaw? Scotch eggs are amazing.
No, I get it. I understand it. I understand why somebody would like it, but for me, it's the combination. It's
really?
The texture. I can't do it.
Interesting.
Hey, they want that Oktoberfest, and they're not wrong. All right, so now PGA Tour 2K21. We're talking about a celebratory beverage that occurs at the end, right? 19th hole type situation. What are your naming options? I will put them into the list.
Whoa. Kimchi grilled cheese sounds amazing.
Oh yeah. It's end game. It's end game. That combo. Amazing. Holy fucking shit.
I would have never thought of that. Damn, Taup.
This is cruelty, is what it is. Water hazard.
That's pretty good.
That's really smooth.
Wait, do they always beat you?
Not every time, but it's fair to say that it's it has happened.
Like more than once or twice?
A couple times, yeah.
Okay.
We had some decent victories. We've had some ties, but they're quite good at it. Beckenbauer, thank you so much. Got a recipe in there for everybody.
A teetotaler. That's great.
Oh, Mashy Niblick. That's the classic. One of the forbidden clubs. In high.
Ah, nice.
You beast. Gotcha. Members. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Pint high. 3-putt, yeah.
That's pin high. It's there. It's there.
No, someone put in pint high.
Oh, pint high.
Yeah. Unified grain field theory. Teed off. That's good. Slice of green. Nice.
All right, I'll look for one
Par
more
for
name.
The course.
Oh, that's very nice.
Nice EMW.
Right now, I'm gonna put this vote up. Right, and I'll be right back. Soft shoe, Eric.
Robo, we actually made a beer for Jerry. It was Jeff and I when Jerry wasn't around, and it was spicy as hell. Let me see if I can find it. I want to say it was Tycho Brewhe, we called it, right? Yeah, here it is. Check it out. So we did 666 for pretty much everything. We did a 33 SRM because if you double it, it's 6.6. The ABV is 6.66. The bitterness was 6.66. And I believe we put Szechuan peppers in it. And what was really nice about it was we actually got to use Lemon Drop, El Dorado, and Centennial, which are all these flavor profiles that we love. No, Tobias, that wasn't the Ghost Pepper beer. I can't remember what the hell the Ghost Pepper beer name was. That was just brutal. Maybe it was Anti-Venom. No, Anti-Venom had the Scorpion Pepper though, and the Prickly Pear. I don't remember what the Ghost Pepper beer was. I mean, there's so many, right? Was it Frostbite? Let's check that out. It might have been. Macau, oats. Yeah, you nailed it, Anonymous. That was the one with the Reaper in it. Absolutely. That was a hilarious beer. That was at 10% ABV too, by the way. Which was nuts.
There we go.
Like that really did the...
Yeah, MW, we have both downloaded the new Minion Masters update, but we haven't had a chance to play it yet. Unified Grain Field Theory. We're done. 14. Let's get it. Precious chat. Thank you so much for rolling through. Now, know this. Next up, Mike and I are going to tune up our skills and try to build the talents that we need to defeat those modeled scab-ridden mutants that we'll be dealing with tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. PDT. Do you think that you might do practice later, or is the next time I'm going to see it tonight?
No, I think you know what? I kind of want to play some PGA now that like it's been mentioned. I'm like, man, I really miss it. I miss playing.
You haven't tapped in. Take a look at the new like the official course section.
Yeah,
has got 4 pages since you've last been in there.
That's awesome.
All right, cool. Well, hey, so just hold your horses. We'll be back momentarily.